good day, and welcome. I am Rosemarie, and I've worked with United Credit Education Services, which is a fantastic company that's been in business for 10 plus years, has an A plus rating with the Better Business Bureau, and has helped hundreds of thousands of clients all over the country restoring their credit score. I'm sure you're wondering, how can this be done? Well, what we at United, what I do is leverage the law on your behalf. Yes, I leverage the law on your behalf. The Fair Credit Act of 1970 states that any consumer that has a Social Security number can dispute anything on their credit as many times as they want, and the agencies have to respond, or they have to take it off and put paid as agreed, which is fabulous. So we get things off like late pays, collections, foreclosures, bankruptcies, short sales, tax liens, judgments, repos, medical bills can all be removed and reflected as paid as agreed. Most people don't understand that. Your credit score is like a pulse, and it can either make you or break you, really. The credit process affects us in such a devastating way. And did you know that 60% of employers, at least 60%, will check your credit score before either hiring you or giving you that promotion? And don't forget about buying a house or a car or even something as essential as renting an apartment. Your credit score is your vital sign. We really, really need to stay on top of that credit. Please give me a call at 310-880-0119 so that I can be about the business of taking care of your credit business. 310-880-0119. And if you want to see how our process works, then you would go to united-credit.org. United-credit.org. Yes, united-credit.org. And if you don't know what your credit score is, you can go to annualcreditreport.com. Now you're saying, wow, you do a lot. Yes, we do a lot for you. We have a staff that takes care of your credit. We have attorneys that will file lawsuits on your behalf. We have a money back guarantee. We will work for you for 1 full year, and you will see results within within about 60 to 90 days, and we're still working for you. So you need to give me a call, 310-880-0119. And because we are a credit education services company, we do things like positive credit builder, financial lockbox, a will, and a living trust. We have debt zero. We have a lot to offer, and we have some new programs starting at $89 where you can get insurance with no medical. You can get credit. You can get will, trust, power of attorneys. You can get vacations at a huge discount, airfare and hotels. You can get medicine, huge discounts. We have so many. This is our membership if you just want to become involved in our company. But later on this month, I'll be telling you more about that. I have a whole list of stuff that I would like you guys to call in. Give me your addresses. I'll mail it to you, or give me an email address. I'll email it to you so you can see exactly what we're doing and how we're doing. But for exclusively the credit, okay, our credit is generally $499. But if you say you heard me on the radio, I will give you $100 off. That's right. Free $100 bills, free $100 bills. You can get it for $399. I work for you for 1 full year. So please give me a call, 310-880-0119. And for this $89 special, which is $89 a month continuously, You can also give me a call. I give you more information about that. 310-880-0119. And with that being said, guess who's back? Dr. Benton is back. Our buddy Dr. Benton is back with us. Welcome, welcome. Dr. Benton is a licensed doctor of chiropractic, a qualified chiropractic medical examiner for California, a certified traditional naturopath, and has developed an emotional trauma release technique. And that release technique is like, what is release technique? Well, it was developed in 2002 to effectively address the the fixations of emotions held within the body. This end product is a more naturally integrated and healthier way to heal naturally, emotionally, and behaviorally any traumatic event. So, Dr. Benton is going to start on that as well. He also went to the conference regarding this, and it's Jeffrey Benton, D.C., CTN, received his Bachelor's of Science in Biology in 1990, his doctorate in chiropractic in 1996, his naturopathic physician certificate in 2000, and he has QME certification in 2013. He is trained specially in the latest techniques involving chiropractic, kinesiology, acupuncture, and there's a whole bunch of other letters here. But I would like to just start talking to him.
Let's skip all that stuff.
Skip all that. Okay.
Skip all that stuff. Hi, good to be back.
Hi.
There we go. So what I wanted to focus on, I tried focusing on it for Valentine's Day weekend, but our schedules just couldn't quite get it all together. So the emotional trauma release technique was developed to address with what I call fixation of emotions. And what that is as we go through life throws curveballs at us. And a lot of these curveballs are relationships that gone awry, loss of a loved one, loss of a pet, and it affects us. And then we have a memory. We actually have a muscle memory. Another way to say it is a physiological memory. So you can think, I'm sure everyone in the audience who's listening could probably think of a traumatic event, and whenever they think about the traumatic event, they can feel somewhere in their body where the body feels a funny sensation. So maybe it's in like the lung area or the heart area, or maybe in the gut area. And what that tells me is that's where where the emotional body is fixated, or it's anchored in the body somewhere. And so every time they think about what's going on in this relationship dynamic, this fixation, this sensation returns. And it prevents them from going on. It prevents them from going on to another relationship, from getting on in their life. And the emotional trauma release has been designed to release the anchor in the body.
It's something like someone saying, "Oh, I get mad every time I think about it," or "Oh, I don't like to think about that because it makes me feel sad." So
Exactly.
Your mind actually triggers your emotions. What you think about is basically what you are and dictates how you feel.
Exactly. So we have a process here so you don't get sad when you think about that. It's instead of having that negative sadness effect on you, it's neutral. You can think about it and you can let it go. Just like we talk about forgive and forget. Well, a lot of times we say we forgive, but we don't forget. This process helps you forget, or lets So you can just let it go because it doesn't help us. It doesn't help us to hold on to this hurt in our bodies any longer. And then we carry this into the next relationship. And in the next relationship, when we start smelling something that might sound or feel similar to the old relationship, it'll re-trigger things. And I myself have been in relationships where I call them emotional minefields. Everything seems to be going off just fine, and then
You step on that
you
minefield.
step on a
and it
minefield, and
blows
you
up.
you say something or you do something, and then what? What did I do? And then I'm in the doghouse for 3 weeks at a time. Like I was having a great time, things were doing fine. And what is this emotional minefield about? Now we have to sort of figure out what that's about, and then hopefully you have a partner in your life that respects you and the relationship enough to come and look at it, versus a lot of people says, no, I'm out of here. It's over. I don't want to talk to you about it. And we're done. Because that's so devastating.
Yeah, I guess in some fields of expertise it's called triggers.
Right. You can call it a trigger.
Yeah.
I call it emotional minefield because it just blows everything up. Minefields just blow everything up. And so I more than a trigger, because I find it that explosive to a relationship and to the relationship dynamic, and it's just so hurtful. Because I think a trigger, okay, something triggers them. Okay, then that's like when you figure out what the minefield is and you want to tiptoe around it. Or if you really want to, once and for all, get rid of it, then come see me or do a session like that. And it doesn't take that long, and you'll figure out what's going on in your past life.
But doesn't it take a minute to figure it out? Because, there are things that we just don't like and don't know why we just don't like.
Right.
There are things that are just so warm and fuzzy to us, and we don't know why. So I guess you have to kind of have a session to just kind of examine what the minefield or what the trigger is so that you can address that, correct?
Right. Well, that's true. And I'll tell you, I'm going to give your radio audience and you a little hint.
Where can they call you? Where can they get to you? Because the time is so short.
They can reach me at area code 323-297-0566. My office is Mid-Wilshire, 6360 Wilshire. But your radio audience usually calls me, area code 323-297-0566.
And I am at 310-880-0119. And a lot of you have taken advantage of seeing Dr. Benton on Mid-Wilshire and have given me all kind of accolades. So please keep calling. He's there for you. Call me. I'm here for you. 310-880-0119. God bless you and keep you, and may his light shine upon you. We love you, and it's your time to shine.
Your time to shine. Living my life like it's golden. 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 Golden.
Good day, and welcome back to Healthy Credit, Healthy Living. I am Rosemarie, and I have partnered with United Credit Haven, with United Credit Education Services. My site is unitedcredithaven.com. United Credit Education Service is a fantastic company that's been in business for 10 plus years, and it has an A+ credit rating with the Better Business Bureau. It's helped hundreds and thousands of people all over the country because we are nationwide. And if you're wondering, how can this be done? How do they do this? How do they help so many people? Well, first of all, we are nonprofit based, which is a very good thing because that's a great savings to you. Second of all, we use the law. We leverage the law on your behalf. That's right. We use the Fair Credit Reporting Act of 1970, which says that anyone with a Social Security number can dispute anything as many times as they want. All you have to do is dispute it. And they have to respond within 30 days. And 8 out of 10 times they don't. So they have to remove it or put paid as agreed. And, a lot of us just don't understand that our credit score is our virtual, or it's our vital sign. 60% of employers They do check your credit before they give you that promotion or even before they hire you. So we get things off such as late payments, charge-offs, collections, repossessions, bankruptcies, foreclosures, judgments, tax liens, student loans, public records. We do all this for you. You need to give me a call, 310-880-0119. You can give me a call now, 310-880-0119. And if you want to look and see what our process is, you go to united-credit.org, united-credit.org, and you can see what we do, how we do it. We have a full staff that operates on your behalf. We have attorneys that come to your rescue to make sure that everything is done properly and that you are treated fairly and that you get the results that you need and want. And you're saying, you know what, that really sounds good. How much is that? Well, it's not 5,000, 1,500, 2,500, but it's only $499, and we have a money back guarantee. We have a money back guarantee, and we have a A+ credit rating. So you should give me a call at 310-880-0119. Poor doctor is just sniffing all in the mic. There's something going around. So you guys hear him in the background. So he's got a little virus, but we're working on it, and I've got one too. And we're going to talk about vaccines a little bit so you can understand why so many people have this little cough right about now. But in any event, give me a call, 310-880-0119, UnitedCreditHaven.com. That's my site. In order for you to see what we do and how we do it, go to united-credit.org. Call me, 310-880-0119. Free $100 bills. I'm giving you a $100 discount on one full year of services. That's right. I'll work with you for a year, and you'll see results in, say, 60 to 90 days, sometimes 45 days. You will see results. So you need to give me a call, 310-880-0119. Not only do we do credit, but because we are a financial education services company, we build positive credit builder, financial lockbox, will, trust, powers, attorneys, debt zero. We have all kinds of things for you, all kinds of services for you. Also, for those of you that feel that your credit is okay, but you've been renting forever and you're not really ready to make it better so you can buy, we have a program where we can take the time that you've rented back up to 2 years and put that on your credit to build a positive credit line, along with other things that you're currently doing that are positive. So we teach you a lot. We help you a lot. We give you a lot of good positive direction. We partner with you to help you be all that you can be. So give me a call, 310-880-0119. And with that being said, we're going to introduce Dr. Benton. I'm not going to go into all his accolades and stuff because that takes time. But Dr. Jeffrey Benton is a licensed doctor of chiropractic, a qualified chiropractic medical examiner for California, a qualified traditional naturopath, and has developed an emotional trauma release technique. And with that being said, we are going to introduce him. And I also want to throw in that Resolving Emotions to Resolve Disease is the conference that he was at just a few months back. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. Dr. Benton.
Well, hello. Good day. Let's continue on. Yesterday, we started talking about fixations of emotion. And whenever people walk through life and they're in a relationship, you call them triggers and I call them emotional minefields, that things are going along pretty well. And then all of a sudden, something in the relationship went sideways, and now it takes you guys a week or 2 weeks to figure out what happened, and hopefully the strength of the relationship is strong enough to get through this. Because sometimes some people say, I'm just out of here. I just can't believe you did that. And another person has sort of been blindsided saying, what did I do? And there's no communication.
Yeah, well, the communication is everybody starts calling everybody crazy. You crazy. No, you crazy. No, what are you talking about? You crazy. What? Everybody's in this. What? But is it or is it not true that oftentimes these triggers, these emotional traumas are stemmed to childhood dramas?
A lot of times, in my experience, they come from earlier in life, but I've got a surprise for you. So there's more to that answer. But before I go there, I want to share this with you. Look, a lot of times it's true early in our lives, whenever we were growing up, we didn't get the love and the nurturance the way we needed it. Now, that's an important distinction, because a lot of times in working on patients and clients to clear this up, we find out that there was one of the core tenets of what creates this is a self-esteem issue. Like, people didn't feel deserving to stand up for themselves. Like, I didn't know that, I should have done that then. So, and that also comes from the upbringing or lack of upbringing, that, what you should stand up for and what you shouldn't stand up for. But having a healthy relationship now is knowing what your borders are, and then whenever they're being crossed, knowing how to appropriately say, well, you're going too far and that's not okay. I know that I brought in some books, and you listened to some books for some gal named Alison Armstrong, who's been studying men and relationships for a while. One of the things I really like, what she created, is called AIDE, AIDE. And it's if you need something in a relationship, it's like, honey, I need you to do this. I need you to take out the trash. And instead of just asking that request, say, look, what do you need from me to help you get this task done? So that, and it might be as simple as taking out the trash. It could be more involved, and there are many, many requests. But what do you need from me to help you get this task done that I need from you? And there's 4 phases. I know, I see you've got this little quizzical look, as you've never heard this before. It's an idea of having a partnership conversation.
Yeah,
See?
but I've got to simplify that.
Go ahead.
Like, how can I help you help me?
Sort of. Right. How can I help you help me?
Yeah, it's like, I need some help. I need you to help me. But I need you to tell me, how can I help you to help me? And I know it sounds a little, circle-ish, but I really need your help.
Right. I need your help in this point. And then you can either say, you can explain why you need it if you want, because I'll feel better about the relationship, or what do I need? And then ask. And a lot of times I find that with at least the men and women dynamic, men want to be appreciated. And if we can start making appreciation as currency, instead of something that you give it sparingly, make it a currency that you can give a lot of appreciation. So it's a bank. So, if men feel, look, I would definitely appreciate it, and let people know where their let's say, the bank account is of appreciation. Because whenever the fight happens, you're going to start draining that bank. Okay, well, I really did appreciate him for this and this and this. And a lot of times whenever you get upset, you think that there's no bank account at all.
Well, what about letting someone know what works for you? It's like, honey, you know what? This works for me, but this doesn't work for me. And if we can work on what works for me, then I can figure out, and you can tell me what works for you, and then we can kind of show appreciation for us doing what works for each other.
No, for sure.
And
for sure.
maybe I'm just trying to simplify it so it
I know,
doesn't get to be too heady.
Well, sometimes life is heavy. Sometimes life is heavy and heady. So, and relationships are part of that. So, and then the reason that I like what Allison brought up was, so we talked about ask. So AIDE, ask, is the first step. Hi, here's what I need. What do you need to help have this a win-win situation. And then you guys come to some sort of an agreement. But then what if I don't follow through? What if I fall in my butt? So then you come back and go to I. I is to insist. Hi, honey, I asked that I needed this. You said you could. I really need this.
Which is another way for confrontation.
Well,
Minor.
it gently builds
gentle
you up. It's a
confrontation.
gentle say, look, what do you need? I really need to have this happen. And you said you do this, so maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you need something else. And then it gets escalated to, look, if you don't do this to me, then I can't continue with the relationship, or some things have to change. This is important. That goes to the D's, demand.
Okay. 1 minute.
Okay.
In that minute, we want to do one thing real quick. There's coughing and stuff going on because everyone's picking up these little bugs and our immune systems are kicking in, which is a good thing because we need to build up our immune systems. So with that being said, I'm going to say, call me, Rose, 310-880-0119. Doctor, how can they get you?
You can reach me, 323-297-0566. We'll continue this tomorrow.
And your office?
My office on Wilshire Boulevard, 6360 Wilshire. But call me, 323-297-0566.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good stuff for you. And I am Rose Marie. God bless you. May his light shine upon you. We love you.
Living my life like it's golden. 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 Golden.
I am Rose Marie, and it's your time to shine. Good day, good day. Welcome back with myself and Dr. Benton. I am Rose Marie, and I've partnered with United Credit Education Services, a great company that's been in business for 10 plus years, has an A+ credit rating with the Better Business Bureau, and has helped thousands of clients all over the United States. And I know you say, well, wow, how do you help so many people? Well, what we do is we leverage the law. We leverage the law on your behalf. In 1970, Congress passed the Fair Credit Reporting Act, allowing any American with a Social Security number to dispute anything on their credit report as many times as they want. And the agencies, bureaus, which are not federal bureaus, they're just billion-dollar companies based overseas, they have to respond within 30 days, or they have to take those items off, or they have to put paid as agreed. So we get things off like late payments, collections, foreclosures, bankruptcies, judgments, student loans, tax liens, medical bills, charge-offs, repossessions, public records, settlements, past due bills, and many, many more. So you need to give me a call at 310-880-0119. 310-880-0119. Also, you say, that sounds great. How does it work? Well, the way it works is we have a staff of people, experts that operate on your behalf, and we also have attorneys that operate on your behalf. And that support system, that support team works for you for 1 full year. Yes, 1 full year. It only takes, you're going to see results within 60 to 90 days, but we're working for you for a year to make sure that your report is totally sanitized. See, millions of items have been removed from consumers' credit reports legally and permanently. Okay? So you should join them and start saving money right now by letting us make you be all that you can be. We can help partner with you to put you in a position to get everything that you've ever wanted that depends on credit. So give me a call, 310-880-0119. Did you know that 60% of employers will pull your credit report before either hiring you or giving you a raise? And forget about buying a house or a car or even having the opportunity to get a college loan, or even renting an apartment. You need to give me a call at 310-880-0119. And I can help you. Now, go to my site, UnitedCreditHaven.com. UnitedCreditHaven.com. That's my personal site. And if you want to see what we do and how we do it, go to United-Credit.org. United-Credit.org. And you say, well, this sounds good. How much does this cost? It doesn't cost $5,000, $2,500, $1,500. We don't charge you $100 forever. It's only $499, and I work for you for 1 full year. And if you call me and say, you know what, I heard you on the radio, you get a $100 discount, which means for $399, you get a full year of credit restoration services. We want to restore you to be all that you can be. So give me a call, 310-880-0119. 100% satisfaction guarantee, A+ business rating. You need to give me a call. We can help restore your credit today. Credit is power. Credit is power. 310-880-0119. I am Rosemary. And with that being said, I'm going to introduce the cougher in the background, Dr. Benton. Dr. Jeffrey Benton is a licensed doctor of chiropractic, a qualified chiropractic medical examiner for California, a certified traditional naturopath, and has developed an emotional trauma release technique. Dr. Benton.
Hello, Rose. I'm not sure why you're alluding that I'm the cougher in this duo here. However,
Because you're the only one that does it in the mic.
thanks, Rose. You're making this little comedy hour here. Hope your audience is enjoying that. Anyways, we were talking about love and nurturance. We were talking about a lot of times people are sort of get into relationships, and relationships invariably will come to some sort of I don't want to say combative nature, but it'll some conflict will arise because you have two people coming from different backgrounds and different life experiences, and the body reacted differently to these experiences, and they start a relationship together, and then after a while, invariably, I loved him so well. Then I got to know him, and then I can't stand when he does this, or, she's always bothering me. She's always picking on me. And there's got to be a way to get through this to a happier relationship.
Or I loved him until I really got to know him. Well, you love him, but you don't love, some people call it baggage. And it's actually past life experiences. That's what kind of catches up with you when you meet someone. And at first, you're like in a honeymoon stage, all of your best behavior. But as you relax, your past experiences infiltrate into your current experience.
Well, that's right. It'll infiltrate into our current experiences. But look, I myself am looking for, and I've been studying this for a while, how we get fantastic relationships to endure this lifetime. And there's not a lot of classes on it. There's not. And part of what it takes is a committed partner who actually wants that same kind of value. I mean, I think there's nothing more valuable than a good, fantastic, loving, nurturing relationship. Because whenever you both partners feel nurtured and loved, then they can go on and change the world. mean, literally change the world to be a better place. And
Yeah.
the world needs a whole lot of help.
Yeah, so you need some balance. One person can't do everything. In other words, the man can't do all the nurturing, or the woman can't do all the nurturing, because we all have needs. We have emotional needs, we have mental needs, and we all have financial needs. And sometimes we're blessed where the financial needs are not an issue. But there's so many emotional needs and there's so many physical needs. So we have to figure out a way to balance this off so that we can go through life harmoniously with our mate, our spouse, our best friend, our parents, our whoever it is that we want to spend our lives around.
Exactly. So, and look, there's tools out there. There's a lot of tools, and just a couple of them that I like is the one that I developed, the emotional trauma release technique. And then I also been following this gal and her work, Alison Armstrong, and she's been studying men, and she's not a psychologist, but she has a very large following, a nationwide, and I think probably an international following as well. And she talked about, I know you listen to the amazing development of men. So sometimes men are able to grow up and sometimes they get stuck in some developmental process. How did you like listening to the CDs I gave you?
Well, it was very interesting. It kind of reminded me of another bit of information, which said that every 7 years, your life kind of changes. It evolves to another level. Some people get stuck, into a certain level. Some people, you say, well, you didn't grow up. Well, there was something going on in that time period of your life that you felt that you needed to get that you didn't get. So you're stuck there. And it takes you sometimes a while to move on, which is why it is sometimes categorized in age, like from 7 to 14, from 14 to 21, from 21 to 30, 32. And, from 30 to 40. So sometimes when we speak, you want a mature man, you say maybe you want someone over 40. But oddly as it may seem, that person over 40 may be acting like a person that's in their 20s because they did not pass through to the next level of development. So that's what I got out of
Out of listening to that, to
Yes.
her book. Yeah. And, so that's the amazing development of men. There's also development of women, how women could develop into queens, or are they stuck as princesses? And the development of men isn't just chronological. It's really just a state of mind. You can have, children who've had to grow up quickly. I mean, I would probably think children that are going through the war, they maybe that they lost a parent and they have to go become more financially responsible a little earlier than we would want or we would think, but they're able to pick up the responsibility and handle it pretty well.
But the thing that we got to keep in mind is that if you miss, pardon me, your childhood, if you don't do all of the kid things, the fun things, and you're forced into being a certain way,
Yeah,
that's going to come back to bite you in the
it might,
okay,
right?
because you're going to find yourself 30, 40, however old, wanting to do and doing things that you always wanted to do in your childhood.
Sure.
And that's another emotional trauma block. You got to
Sure.
figure out how to work through that, pass through it, and then move forward, and not get stuck being 40 acting like you're 15 or 21.
Right. So that's sort of where you'd go see a psychologist, or you get into a relationship, and that's where these things become conscious because your partner notices these things in you that just don't make sense, and then hopefully you work it out together.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at each other saying, you need to grow up. No, you need to grow up. No, you need to grow up.
And we
When-
both need to. You both need to at the same time.
Right.
That's the magic.
Your number, doctor?
My number, 323-297-0566. 323-297-0566. I'm on Mid-Wilshire.
And mine is 310-880-0119, united-credit.org. Give me a call. Give the doctor a call. I am the one that will just get your credit to where it needs to be. God love you. God bless you. May his light shine upon you. We love you. Doctor, your number again?
Reach me, area code 323-297-0566.
Welcome back. That's right. That's me, Rosemarie. Thank you for continuing on with this. Oh, this is such good stuff with myself and Dr. Benton. I am going to just hit you up regarding the United Credit Education Services. I've been with this company for 10 plus years. Has an A plus credit rating. We've helped thousands of people all over the United States. And the way we do this is we leverage the law on your behalf. Yes, the 1970 Congress passed the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and it allows any American with a Social Security number to dispute any item on their credit as many times as they want. And the credit reporting industry, they have to respond within 30 days or delete it or put it paid as agreed. So we do this for you. We take care of this. We sanitize your credit. We get rid of things such as late pays, collections, pardon me, foreclosures, bankruptcies, judgments, student loans, tax liens, medical bills, charge-offs, repossessions, public records, settlements, past due bills, and many, many more. There are a lot of things that are on your credit other than your bills, negative bills, that also bring down your credit. And we teach you how to manage, handle, take care of, and we get rid of those as well. We have a full staff. We're available 6 days a week. You call us. One of the experts will go over anything with you. Also, you can call me for a free credit consultation. And you're wondering, well, how much does this cost? It's not $5,000. It's not $2,500. It's not $100 forever. It's only $499 for 1 full year of services. That is correct. I work with you for 1 whole year for $499. And if you call me 310-880-0119 and say, I heard you on the radio. Hey, I'm giving out free $100 bills, $100 bills, $100 bills. That's right. You get a $100 discount for $399. I work for you with the staff and attorneys for 1 full year to get your credit together where you can be all that you can be. Did you know that 60% of employers will pull your credit before hiring you or giving you that promotion? And can you imagine not being able to get a car or a loan or even rent an apartment because of a credit score or because there's something that's negative on your credit? We take care of all of that.
Hey, Rose,
Credit
why do you
is
think
key.
Rose, why do you think they would want to pull your credit score before they give you a raise? I don't understand that.
Because they want to make sure that you're credible. You have to be responsible. They're going to pay you. They're going to put you in a position of responsibility.
But you already got the
And
job. I mean, they
Yeah,
might
but-
give you more money.
Yeah, but you see, there's a lot of competition in raises in corporate. So they can either give you the job, this one, they might have 4 or 5 people to choose from. So they're looking for a way to figure out how they're going to get the best qualified person. So they let credit be a part of that qualifying factor.
I don't know. Sounds
Yeah.
funny to me.
Yeah, but they do. As a matter of fact, before you even get rated for insurance, they'll pull your credit, especially home insurance. Believe it or not.
Well,
It's just-
insurance might be, but getting a raise,
Yeah,
I
a
don't get it.
raise.
You're already working hard there. Well, would they prevent you from getting a raise because your credit score's not ideal?
That's true. You might be wanting to get into a management position, or you might be wanting to go into a financial position. It just really depends.
All right.
They do that. So
Okay.
with that being said, give me a call, 310-880-0119. Also, if you feel like your credit is just so and you don't want to mess with your credit right now, we also have a system. It's called Positive Credit Builder, where we can help build your credit. We have financial lockbox. We have wills, living trust, power of attorneys, debt zero, life lock, identity theft. We have a lot of products that will assist you in being all that you can be. So give me a call at 310-880-0119. We also have a program where for $89 you can get started. So you give me a call and let's get you going. Let's get you started. I mean, $89, that's just like a trip to the grocery store or a trip to the mall or a trip downtown. So let's just get started. $89. 310-880-0119. I have some fabulous benefits for you. And with that being said, I'm going to introduce, he's already introduced himself, but I'm going to introduce Dr. Jeffrey Benton, a licensed doctor of chiropractic, a qualified chiropractic medical examiner for California, a certified traditional naturopath, and has developed the emotional trauma release technique. We both have a little cough here, such as a lot of you, but we're getting through this. So, Dr. Benton.
Hello. Hello, good day. Let's see. We were talking about probably post-Valentine's, how to get your relationship off to a better start and acknowledge that relationships have the ups and downs. And whenever we have the downside of the relationship, how to get some tools in your hands and in your head to get through it and to get through it with a partner. Because there's a lot of lonely people out there. And there's, the websites for singles are just growing and growing. And yet at the same time, I think there's nothing more magical and better than a committed relationship, partnership, where you both get your needs met and you're both nurtured. But it takes a different kind of communication style with nurturance built in to really get things going. And I just find out that there's no one really talking about it and teaching about it. And you won't really take this course in college, I wish they had one. I mean, I didn't hear about one when I was going to college.
Yeah, that's the same thing with credit. They don't teach you how to get your credit going.
Right. There's some college courses just how to get on in life, how to have a healthy credit. You know what? You and I should be starting our own college courses. And I got 3 of them. We should talk about how to make sure you clean up your own credit. You can teach a course and have them come in and pay. I mean, they're paying a service for you to do it. But if you get like 20, 100 people in a class.
The problem with that is, because there are those classes, is that it's such a strategic process.
Sure it is.
It's not that, it's kind of almost a full-time job.
Okay.
And so that's why I'm the expert on that.
You are? Of course you're the
That's just
expert.
like somebody trying to fix their own back.
No, understood.
They can go to school to fix their own back, but they need to go to you.
But some things, some things we need tools in, how to make sure you don't get into credit pitfalls.
Okay.
So teach a course that. Talking about teach a course in how to get effective communication in your relationship. And also another course that I've been thinking about is, there's a lot of your listeners out there that have gone into car accidents. They don't know the first thing, what to do. How do you protect yourself? You can go into a car accident. Because I tell you, the insurance companies, they're there to save their own money. They don't want to pay out your car, your injuries for your car. And if they can find a way to find a loophole to prevent them from paying it out, they will. And people just don't know what some of these loopholes are, because knowledge is power.
Yes, and just so you know, United Credit Education Services, we educate you on what to do, how to do it, and how to maintain, which is another reason why you should call me, because we have a lot of services for you. We get you out of the hole, and we keep you out of the hole.
Okay, very good. And, my office, as you know, is called the Light Touch Healing Center, and we talk about a lot of cutting-edge technologies here on the radio show that your listeners don't really listen to. I mean, I just had a gentleman come in, says, I just listened to your segment for like a moment. Like he heard part of our show, and he goes, I just needed to, he came in yesterday. I just needed to meet with you or talk to you. And we set him up, and I showed him what was going on in his low back. And He's going to come back and get some therapy done. So we do a lot of cutting edge and interesting things. One of the people that I'm bringing down from Canada is a specialist in cranial work. Now, what cranial work is so we have our brain. Our brain is the most important part of our body. With the brain and the heart, they have to work together. And the brain is so important, of course, that our creator, life force, created a whole big bony vault around our brain. And then all the tubes that get plugged into it. And sometimes whenever we get hit, especially whenever a child stands and falls and knocks their head, they get little boo-boos, and they got to get straightened out.
Football and soccer, basketball, playground falls, just childhood trauma.
A lot of childhood trauma. Look, we can also, when you grow up and you get deployed, you have one of those IED bombs that just like the shock of the attack just blows you back, and then you come back and your loved ones notice that you're just not the same person, and sometimes you notice you're not the same person, you're more agitated, you can't just get on with life, and parents notice that kids come off the soccer field sometimes and, Mom, I have a headache, and then 2 weeks later, Mom, I still have a headache, and you tell them to the doctor, but they don't know what's going on. A lot of times, the bones in the head aren't just one bone. They're like
platelets.
They're platelets. They're like platelets, and they have to sort of interweave with each other. And whenever you get hit on one side of the head, it indents the bones a little bit, and it's subtle, but it's so important because it deals with cutting off the microvasculature circulation to the brain and to that area of the brain. I mean, I was checked a few years ago, and he did 2 sessions. This doctor's name is Dr. Turner. He did 2 sessions on me, and my vision improved in my eyes. I go, oh my goodness, I got to bring him down here. I'm bringing him down here, and I'm going to be doing a study. I'm going to go to the eye doctor before he works on me and get my eyes checked, and then I'm going to get checked after he leaves and see if there's any change, because I know that I see differently and I can see clear after he works on me.
So, guys, we're going to have that doctor here in the studio. Okay, we might have him for one day, and we're going to just try to get as much as we can get out of him. I wish we could have him for a week, but we'll see what we can do for you, because this is valuable information.
This is amazing, valuable information that no one talks about, because no one even knows about, that you can actually help someone with headaches. You can actually help autistic children. We'll talk more about this tomorrow.
What's your phone number?
Give me a call, area code 323-297-0566.
And I am Rosemary, 310-880-0119, united-credit.org, united-credit.org, 310-880-0119. We love you. God bless you. May his light shine upon you. And we will see you tomorrow. It's your time to shine.
Living my life like it's golden. 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 Living my life like.
That's right. Shine on. Welcome back. I'm Rosemary. I'm a little hoarse this week, but we're going to work through this with United Credit Education Services. And it's a fantastic business, a fantastic company that's been around for 10 plus years. We have an A+ credit rating with the Better Business Bureau. We've had thousands of clients all over the United States. And if you're wondering how do we do that, we leverage the law on your behalf. We've gotten thousands of things off people's credit legally and permanently, and we can do the same for you. We leverage the law of 1970, and that law says that anyone with a Social Security number can request, demand, which is what we do. We demand that negative items be removed. We can do it as many times as we want, and they have to respond within 30 days, or they have to take it off, pay it as agreed, or they have to delete it. We get things off such as late pays, collections, foreclosures, bankruptcies, judgments, student loans, tax liens, medical bills, charge-offs, repossessions, public records, settlements, past due bills, and many, many more. We actually sanitize your credit. It's not an overnight process. We will work with you for 1 full year, but you're going to see results in, like, say, 45 to 90 days. You will see results. The agencies have 30 days to respond, and then you have to go through the cycle for your score to be upgraded. So that's why it takes at least 45 to 60 days to see the first results. Call me 310-880-0119. 310-880-0119. Rose, you're saying, well, that sounds good. What else do you offer? Well, I have a whole staff and I have attorneys just for you. Just for you. You can call us 6 days a week, 10 hours a day with any questions. We have a way where you get an online portal. So you actually see what we're doing, how we're doing it, while we're doing it. And we have a way where you could actually go online throughout the process and see your credit score. This is amazing. We also have a feature where if you're renting and you need additional lines, we can give you a positive credit line from your rental and from some other things that you're doing. We can also help clean up little minor things like address variations, Social Security variations. We sanitize your credit so it's clear as to who you are. So give us a call, 310-880-0119. If you want to see the process, I can send you a short little video. Go to united-credit.org. 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 310-880-0119. That's my number. And you say, well, that sounds great. How much does it cost? We do not charge $5,000, $2,500, $1,500 like so many other places do. We charge you $499 for 1 full year of services. And if you are one of my radio listeners, I will give you $100. I will give you $100 toward your credit restoration. Call me, 310-880-0119. That's right. For $399, my company and myself will work for you for 1 full year. And you're going to see results in, say, 60 to 90 days. Give me a call, 310-880-0119 with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call me, 310-880-0119. I am Rose Marie. We do things like Positive Credit Builder, Financial Lockbox, Wills Trust, Power of Attorneys, Debt Zeros, Life Lock. Give me a call, 310-880-0119. It really works. We really get you where you need to go, and you have absolutely nothing to lose but your less than perfect credit. So you need to just give me a call right now, 310-880-0119. And with that being said, I'm going to reintroduce Dr. Jeffrey Benton, who is a licensed doctor of chiropractic, a Class A a qualified chiropractic medical examiner for California, a certified traditional naturopath, and has been inducted into the Best of Los Angeles Award community. And we are so blessed to have him. He is right here in Mid-Wilshire, and he's been seeing lots of you. Keep calling him, keep going. He has a lot of benefits. He provides a lot of complimentary services just to you listeners. Dr. Benton.
Well, hello. We were talking yesterday that I'm having a very special physician come down. He's a chiropractic physician who specializes in the brain and getting the brain tuned up. Because if you go through life and you have children playing soccer, playing basketball, little toddlers who start to hit their heads, my little toddlers had theirs, and you can sort of see that they're, after they hit their heads, their little cranium vaults aren't as even and perfect as they were beforehand. And then sometimes they have headaches, or they don't, they're having trouble understanding math problems or word problems, or they're not speaking clearly. I've already taken his course. He has some coursework. He's coming down. He's going to be doing an intensive course with us. I'm allowed to bring some of my patients who are the more advanced cases to the workshop, and we will work on him, work on the some of these patients right then and there at the workshop. So if you have anybody that you know in your life and your family, they should probably contact me this week, because he'll be here at the end of next week, I believe it is, for this an amazing opportunity of healing, true healing. You know, he actually has under his belt, he has treated, my goodness, I mean, thousands of children with their autistic children. And to his credit, he has over 50 of them that started speaking after only the first one or first two sessions with him.
Wow.
Autistic children who did not speak until he did some cranial manipulation and they start speaking.
Wow, that's like awesome.
That's like awesome miracle stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And just like we have different miracles that happen in the office all the time. I mean, this takes miracles to a different level of miracles, and that's what we're all about. We're about help, healing, love, and miracles.
Yeah, the doctor worked on my hip a little bit, and he says that I twisted it, too much dancing, and
Just partying too much, girl.
I
A little
guess.
bit. It's okay. You should party. We just got to get you put back together.
yeah, put me back together because it still has a little umph in it. So
Oh yeah, I can sense that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, put me back together.
I'll work on you at the break.
And then when you guys go see him, he will put you together. What's your number?
Give me a ring. Area code 323-297-0566. 323-297-0566.
And we were wounding up our Valentine's Day emotional relationship segment
Conversation,
and
yes.
conversation, and we were talking about balancing emotions, and it's kind of good to get to know a person, but unfortunately, you really don't get to know that person because people are totally different if they're in your space, close quarters, versus if you see them occasionally, like maybe at church or maybe at work or maybe, out and about, versus if you see them at your home, at their home. Once the good behavior and the guards are down, that's when you get to know that person. And a lot of times it's better to get to know the person before you get really, really close, really intimate, or make some decisions, to try to see what they're really about, because you might not like it. And if you do want to go that route, be prepared to put some work in. No relationship is easy. You got to put some work in, right, Doc?
I don't think any relationship is easy. I think they're worthwhile if you get through it. I'm going to read you Carl Zeiss. He's an international business consultant and educator and author. He wrote this: until we transform the quality of relationships between men and women, we can't begin to resolve the issues that we face in our world today. Now, I mean, we're here in Los Angeles, and we have it easy. You go look at these, third world countries where women, will be banished and they'll be put in jail for even speaking their mind. I mean, at least here in America, we have women who are willing to speak their mind, but we need to somehow get the quality of the communication more nurturing, so that they're not beating men up whenever they're communicating their thoughts and feelings, and how to build a better relationship. And Carl Zeiss says here, as a man, he prays that women everywhere would actually read Allison's book called Keys to the Kingdom in this case, and he learned a lot about himself, and it's a very good book for everybody who wants to have a better relationship with their partner. As I focus my practice to making sure that your body and you have a very good relationship for your body and your mind and your spirit. And then the whole emotional trauma release technique was developed because I went through a very traumatic breakup of a relationship. There definitely were things I needed to learn, and I learned them, but I wish I could have learned them in a more nurturing environment. But a soulmate and I, we were together for a long time. And my parents came through the Holocaust. Both of my parents' perished through the Holocaust. So, and then both of my parents had to live through the Holocaust. They were in some of these concentration camps. So what that really means is my parents didn't know if they were going to live or die the next day for like an entire year or entire 2 years of their lives. So they finally made it out, and they somehow met each other in America years later. But this anxiety of am I going to survive? A survival anxiety permeated, their essence. Because it's a shock trauma they had endured every day. So as the son of these parents, I had to work very hard to find out who I am. And because a lot of times whenever I was younger, people will say that I have this nervous energy. I had this nervous twitch. I had this anxiety. How come I'm always like fidgety? How come I can't sit still? I don't know why. I had to do a lot of work on myself in relationship and out of relationship to shed this coat of anxiety, of nervous tension around me. And so I now notice that my mother still has it, and I have to sort of respect it and yet protect myself from it. Mm-hmm. I'm not here to change my mother. My mother took care of me. She brought me up. She brought me into the world, and she did the best that she could do with the tools that she had.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And we have to love our parents for who they are and the tools they had at their disposal. We have so many more better, improved tools that we should be taking advantage of today.
And as African Americans, just on a different environment, we have similars with our parents and grandparents. But your number?
323-297-0566.
31